Welcome back. So we took off in the last session. Now it's time to fly, probably. So Vitalii is going to talk about Flutter in action. So welcome, Vitalii.
So hello everyone, and I'm going to mostly code in today, and yeah, we will build some application in Flutter. Before we start, a few words about myself. So I'm Ukrainian who lives in Poland right now for the last 2 years. I'm co-organizing Angular meetups in our city. And starting from September, I'm working with Dart and Flutter closely. So I still learning Dart, so I can say that I follow all the best practices and style guides, but at least I'm trying to make the best of mine. And you can find me on Twitter. After the session, I'll try to share the whole code to GitHub. Also, I have personal blog. It's mostly front-end oriented, and yeah, I have mostly front-end background, so our live coding will be like front-end based. Yeah, and here's our meetup, Angular Wrocław. You can follow us on Twitter as well. We're doing live sessions on YouTube, so you are welcome to follow it if you are interested. So what I want to try to build right now is a mobile era app, the same that we have for Android. And actually it's 3 views. Venue with some text and maps, speakers list, and schedule. And actually we have app drawer, filtering. So basic application, but we'll see how much of it we will do during this session. And yeah, hopefully it's all my slides. Let's try. And of course, if you will see any typo, like it says, see something, says something, so we'll see how all this live coding will go. So I have set up all Flutter dependencies for iOS, Android. So you can find all instructions how to set up Flutter here in docs and install. It has instructions for all platforms, Linux, macOS, and so on. I will not focus. So I have everything installed, and yeah, as my background is front-end mostly, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. But Flutter has good support for Android Studio with special plugins that allows you to run scaffold apps and so on. The same I can say for Visual Studio. I have this Dart and Flutter packages that gives me some nice debugging options and syntax highlight, of course, for Dart. So yeah, I have this set up, and now I have special command to set up new project. Flutter new project, I could name it like mobile era and choose some folder for it, probably here, and it should set up everything. Yeah, it's running Flutter create app, set up in all dependencies. It won't take much time. It should be pretty fast. Okay, we'll have our basic application with this dummy code. So let's try to run emulators. So Flutter has a command for this called emulators. And it should list, yeah, I have Pixel 2 for Android and Apple iOS. And I can run them with commands. Flutter emulators launch, and the name of emulator image pixel 2, for example. And it's not working. Why you are not working? Typo, yeah. See something, say something. Okay. Bigger screen. Yeah. And yeah, I think I need to adjust this one as well. So yeah, we started our emulator, and with Flutter extension we have this debug panel, and we can run it. So actually it will build for each platform, according to devices we have connected. Now I have this Android emulator, so it will build only for Android. It will take some time initially. And I have this nice toolbar that allows me to stop, restart, that means hot reload. So every time I change something in app, it tries to reload the application in current state. If I add something new to state or create new state, it needs some hard reload. So basically, it allows you to make hot reloads on some just UI changes. So it's built now. Okay, let's look. Yeah, and we have this basic application, maybe more big. Okay, it's simple counter example, nothing special. Okay, we have basic code, so now let's adjust it. Unfortunately, they use Dart 1 kind of code here, because in Dart 2 new keyword is kind of deprecated, so it's better not to use it. And yeah, let's rename the app itself to Mobile Era. These comments we don't need actually. And let's try to change something. So we have this primary color. I want it to be color. Yeah, and with Flutter and Dart extension you have all auto completion, so it's easy to go to definitions of every widget. Widget kind of components from front end forward. Let it be more darker blue, because Mobile Era app has darker. And it's changed on runtime without any rebuild. Okay. First of all, what I want to do. I have some cheats, but I'll try to not use it. Okay. Yeah. I will start with all windows. So we have this home page widget, and I'm going to change it. So it's stateful widget. That means that it should have some state inside it that could be mutated over its lifetime. As another kind of widget, it's stateless. So it means that they not keeping any information inside, and on every constructor property change, they completely rebuild. So it's similar to React components, stateless, stateful. So, and basically, a stateful widget implements interface that allows you to create new state. And new state in Flutter is just class, when you can create your initial state and return some widgets based on this state. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we have scaffold. Scaffold is a widget that allows you to set up a basic view for your app. And inside this scaffold, we have property called app bar. And actually, we can use this app bar to show some tabs, actions on it, and so on. So we don't need this one, I think. Okay, and we have this wonderful widget called Placeholder. It's just a box with some optional color on it, and that's it. So it could be color and colors red, for example. Okay, body. I don't know. This one. And additional one. Okay, just comment. Yeah, and Dart also comes with formatter, so I can just press and it will fix code for me, for example, indentation. So it fixes everything. The main rule here is just you need to always put trailing commas on arguments, on lists, so it heavily relies on trailing commas. And these comments, they are not exist in my files, they are added just by the Flutter plugin. And it just helps her to mark the widget ends, because you might have some deep tree of widgets that you really don't want to do. Better to encapsulate it to some additional widgets. And yeah, so let's try to reload. And it failed, of course. And why it failed? Yeah, when something going wrong, you got this red screen with some exception, but details going to the to debug console output. So yeah, basically I removed also this property here. String. And yeah, now it should work. So yeah, and this cross faded box is this placeholder element. So basically, if you want to just put something and come back to it later, you just use this placeholder with some, it optionally accepts some sizing, colors, and so on. So it's pretty nice. And what I want to do right now, I want to rename this one to just homepage, okay, and extract it to separate component. To separate file. So I want to create some new folder here. Let's call it Widgets, and let it be new widget, home widget. Dart. Oh. So yeah, I have this everything red because I haven't imported Flutter dependencies. And here we go. We have all after completion, so help from our IDE. Also, I need to import this widget right now, and okay, this is yes. So let's take a look on this app bar. And this app bar, it has property called bottom. And bottom means this bottom area, and actually we will create bottom navigation bar. So yeah, it needs to have current index. This one. Okay, current index. And let it be 0. That means that we will have some list of items, and let's create these items. And items should be bottom navigation bar item. Pretty logical. And what we have here, we have icon and title. So let it be icon. We have widget called icon. And we have material design icons out of the box. So it should be icons, and the first one icon, let me look, it's calendar, okay. Calendar to date code. And we have also after completion for all these icons, and we have the second one will be title. And title should be text. And this text should be schedule. Okay. What missing there?
Item system error.
Yeah, it's a list. So, yeah, it's actually a list of. And now we will fix it soon. Yeah.
I think you put the bottom navigation bar in the app bar and it should be in the scaffold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the property called itself action navigation bar. Thank you. Let's remember this one. Yeah, bottom used for some. It means bottom for app bar, not for the page itself. Yeah. So let's add additional. Yeah, let it be speakers. This one could be person. And the last one is venue. Venue, and it should be map. Yeah. Now let's see. So yeah, actually we have these tabs, but they probably do nothing for now. And it's okay. It's okay because we need to adjust some navigation. And let me cheat a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, we need to implement on top. This one. So yeah, our bottom navigation bar has on top, and on top we can create some method. Sometimes it's a little bit wrong. Let's fix it. So this method accepts the index of the bottom navigation bar items we clicked. So actually we're going to just do set state, and yeah, we want to create some property here, like it will be int current index to keep it here, and on top we're going to update this index with the value. Okay. And now, instead of hard-coded current index, we will use current index. Okay. Let's do it. What's called on now?
You need to set it to 0 when you back.
No. It should be
Initial state.
yeah. Let's do it like this. Wow. No. Yeah, it's pretty. Let's see. Also, let's show state. Homepage state. State. Cheating a little bit. Yeah. So we have this with certain state. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we need to have items. So it will be just list of placeholders. Okay. Let's create 3 placeholders. Placeholder. No. Placeholder. And color. Colors. Pink. 2 more times with different colors to have some difference. Hello. And good. So here we have this one. And we should have placed body like items, children, current index. So on top we are updating index, current index set to update the state of items, and for body we will show the child. In our case it's placeholders, so let me see. And it won't work. Why? Stateful agent. Okay. Let's do it again. Stateful widget. Current widget. Children. It's okay. Bottom navigation bar, current tab, title. So it's really strange. Let's try to restart it. So yeah. Let's do it. No. Interesting. Okay. So this is one. It's wrong. let's restart. Creating this list in one place. Should be a field of okay. Yeah, now it's working. Actually, we switching these placeholders. Okay. That was fun. really fun. Okay, let's create some folder. I want to create some abstract class to have child widgets to have title properties that will be propagated to this home page state. So let's be like models. Let's create new file like view Dart, not the best name. Okay, so we need to create some class, abstract one. Let it be just this top that should have field title, now screen title, and could be immutable. We can create immutable objects in Dart. In this case, we need to run call const constructor, and all fields of this class should be constant. But let it be top view screen. Okay, and now we have to create some folder like screens, and let's create some values screen because it's the most easiest one, and we want to call it venue screen Dart. Okay, so it will be class screen, and it should extend stateless widget, and let me import it. Material, let me implement this method, so it should return a widget. And we want to also implement this tab new screen class. Okay, and we will have final screen title that equals to menu. Okay, let again return just placeholder. Okay, return. And now let's use this screen. It's easy to fix. We have the screen. Import it as well. Please. Okay. And now, instead of hard-coded title, I want to use, let's create temporal variable. It should top, and it will be children current index. Okay, here we go. So we have such kind of values. Let's use it for body. And now, I know that I have this, probably all of these screens will implement the same interface, so I will pass that interface to have ability to access this title property. Now let's import, and we can use Elvis operator to be safe. And it failed again. Placeholder, not subtitle, title, screen.
Two of the childs have placeholders too.
Ah, yeah. I haven't saved this one. Is typecast?
It's because the other children are placeholders.
Yeah. Okay, let me create additional one for speakers and schedule. Speakers, screen, Dart. Will be for now pretty same. Speakers, and another one. And it will be schedule. Screen, Dart. Okay. And let me use them. So the first one is schedule, speakers. And imports. And now, what do we have? It won't. Placeholder. Oh? Yeah. Why? Okay. Current.
It says touchscreen.
But yeah, I called it differently, but it's not the case. Strange. Comments. Okay. Let me see. Contact W screen. So afterward. Dark side, yeah. Yeah, it's working. So the case was just need to hard reload. So yeah, we changing the titles, and let's try to create something here. So for venue component, it should be some column. Return column just to group items, and column has property children, that actually list of children, and let's create some widget to use it. Let it be location widget dot. Yeah, probably I'm going out of time, so we'll cheat more, and we have location widget here. What's this one? So yeah, location is stateless widget again. We have headline and address, and it's just expose few text fields and placeholder format for now. Let's use it. Location, let's import it, and yeah, we have this data again. It will be faster to just copy. Okay, fix it. Let's see. Okay, but something went wrong. Okay, I want to do this. Remove this debug mark. So we have this field called debug show checker mode, but banner false. Yes, and what next? Why? We have column, and actually we need to some list view.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually we change it to list view, and it should be fine. Yeah, now scrollable. So we just have something similar to what we had before. Also in mobile era app we have this info button on top bar. Let's try to do it as well. Editor. Okay, let's go here. And app bar have special property called actions, and it's list of widgets, and it should be icon button. Okay, and icon should be icons info. Okay, and next. Next, we need to create on top icon data. Yeah, because it's icon widget, and inside the name of the icon. Okay. And on pressed, we need to implement some method. And for this, we need to show dialog. This one. Pressed dialog. It's a function. And we should pass context. It's build context. Okay, it should be a function here. Okay. Just show arguments. looks like. Home. We have action on press, show dialog. It's arguments builder. So yeah, context and builder. And builder is a function that has no. Context. So that should return simple dialog. So yeah, it should have children. Okay. Title. It should be a widget. So it will be padding. Row. Children. Inside we will have icon. Icons info. And we will have color, and here we will use theme, and we define the main theme colors, like primary color on top level, and now we can reuse it using theme from context. So we have method of context, that means that we will get the current theme, and we will use primary color for icon. And yeah, this one should be padding. So everything, almost everything is just a widget. So it's like huge combination of different widgets to achieve the result you want. So let it be padding, and we have special constraints for it. Padding, each insets only left. And it should be 16, and then we have child, and it should be text, and this text will be information. Okay, let's format it a little bit and try it. Okay, we're showing something. Not that useful. We implemented just title. We need to have some content. Children, and we will have some action. Just to close this. So it's just a simple dialog option. And this option will get the child and some press, so child will be just a text. This text, okay. On press should have some function, navigator. And inside we pass on context, and it should just close this info dialog. Let's see, we have OK, and it dismisses it. Okay, that's fun. And let's create some schedule. The screen, at least something from it, because it's kind of interesting one, because we have this additional tabs on top. And to do so, I want to use again scaffold. First of all, default tab controller. So even some controllers are also widgets, and inside tab controller we need to just pass the length, how many items we want to have. So in this case it should be 3. Then we should pass child. And the child will be scaffold. Inside scaffold, let's take something from here. A bar again.
Typo in there.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, good advice to add new property. Yeah. Okay, and now we have up bar, and we want to show bottom, and bottom will be top bar. Yeah, and top bar should have some tabs, and let it be schedule. It will be local schedule tabs. Let's create it. List of widgets. Schedule tabs and yeah, this is list. So it will be text. First one will be workshops. And day 1 and day 2. Okay, because it stops. Okay, and something went wrong. It looks like 2 tab bars, and actually, first of all, I want to remove elevation for the first tab bar. Okay, and here as well. And for tab bar, I want to use some like a hack to just adjust, have tab bar with 0 heights, so it will think that no tab bar is here. And yeah, let me do it. Yeah, I need to wrap it inside another widget called preferred style. Let's do it. Preferred style and child. Tab bar. Okay, let's do it. Format. Yeah, and now we have this tiny tabs right here. And it should switch on. We need to provide the tab viewer for body. So it should have body, and body should have tab. Yeah, expected to do much more, but as usual with live coding, something went wrong and takes time. So if you have any questions, and later on I will share the code that I have, working code. So yeah, that was it.